Well. The foolishness that we all witnessed last night needs to be discussed, and that is what we're here to do tonight because Arionne, Coleslaw, Sad Chick, Mistress, Dolphin Teeth, Stupid Ass, just all these names you can call her, was sitting on that damn chair. I like the chair that Tasha had, but the fact that she fixed her mouth to sit up there and act like she really didn't do nothing wrong, we need to drag her for filth, okay? And that don't mean Martel is innocent, but we ain't talking about her right now. We talking about her because she did the interview, okay? But y'all know first things first. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, okay? Boom, pow, pow, and those things. Make sure to do all these things right here, okay? Do all these things right here, all this, okay? Y'all know to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner. Yes, I am here and whatnot. But I was like, Coleslaw, what we doing, Ma? Why we going here? Who asked for this? Who asked for this? This is like an interview that nobody really cared about, but we all wanted to watch because we felt like, oh, she gonna find something that makes sense, and she sounded stupid. I went to college. I was in nursing school. I'm in a two-parent household. Lies, deception, delusions, foolishness, fugate. Look, we was all hoodwinked, bamboozled, and led astray. Okay, now I don't know by who yet, but by somebody. Anyway, thank y'all for being here. Hello to everyone in the chat. Y'all know YouTube takes a moment, okay, to let everybody know that we here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just acknowledge folks who's in the room or whatever. Y'all say, hey to everyone. Okay, around here, around here, and whatnot. Because I felt in my spirit I was going to go live last night. I'm like, no, I'll go to bed, leave it be, because I would have been cussing and fussing all that night, and I ain't gonna do that. I've been waiting on you. The rest of the ladies was great. See, because we all had to give our opinions on this bull of the shit all up in the through. Okay, hey boo. Okay, because it all went down and whatnot. I was like, look, she is full of the lish. She is just full of the lish because that's what it is. Now, I feel like I definitely didn't care. I didn't even know who she was, but I forgot. I didn't even know spring yet. I forgot, okay, but I want to be sure that we know no one really cared because it feels like Arionne really feel like she matters, and does she matter in life? Sure, everyone in life matters, but does she matter to us? No. And she speaks from a point of, I am the star of the show, but they won't let me on the show. Okay, they're using my likeness. Okay, I was like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No one used your likeness. You are coleslaw. You are coleslaw all up and through. Okay, no one called you anything besides that girl he cheating with, coleslaw, or that boy mama. Because it's a boy. And you his mama. No one knows who you are. I did not know who you were until this year. And I reviewed the show. So it's just delusions of grandeur all up and through her house, her mind, her eyelids, her lips, her nose. Just delusions all up and through around here, and you look full of the list because no one cares, ma'am. No one does. And again, Tasha K video did numbers. Okay, I think it was like 100,000 views last night because we all wanted to read her for filth. No one watched her for entertainment. No one watched her because we like her. No one watched her because she is this profound woman who was done wrong and we want to hear her say. No, we wanted to hear from you to read you for filth. That's it. That's all. We ain't want nothing else. Not at all. Now, I'm going to say this too. I told y'all she was up there in this goddamn Salvation Army Sunday brunch dress. Okay? I was like, that's all you wore? That's what you wore? And thought she was, girl, I don't like her. I do not like her. And I can say that now because she's spoken. Okay, before we couldn't say, I don't like her because she didn't say much. All we knew was things, kind of from rumors of this, rumors of that, and little things we said. But I can honestly say, I don't like you. You're stupid. I don't like you. You're an idiot. I don't like you. Your karma hasn't even hit you yet, but it will. Because you still sat up there and acted like I wasn't chasing no married man, but you kept fucking her. Look, she dressed like a peasant. This is 2021, 2022 peasant garb. Okay, look, Salvation Army realness. Okay, somebody's mama wore this dress in the 1920s. She got it in her damn house from the Salvation Army. And she wore it to Tasha K's interview. If this was in her boutique, I just want to know. I mean, I don't shop it because I'm plus size. I'm sure her clothes don't fit me. They barely fit her, but I'm going to leave that be. I'm going to leave that be because Coleslaw really set up here acting like, oh, I am innocent, but let me tell my side because nobody else wants to hear from me because no one cares about you. We really don't. And if you would have went on Tasha K's show and just had some humility, just really admitted you're wrong instead of admitting what you did, but then backing it up with more bullshit about how you wasn't wrong, we could have possibly at least stopped calling you Coleslaw. You're going to be Coleslaw forever and ever. Now, you would never live that name down, okay? Ever in life. That's who you are. Just accept it. But had you came on that show with some sense, had you went on that show with some humility, we maybe have been like, you know what? She's not a bad person. She had caught up with an older man and she was young and she was a bit dumb. But no, you want to come on here talking about male. No, you want to come on here and blame a wife for staying with her husband and hoping her husband stopped cheating with the harlot. You really came on Beyonce's and Michelle Obama's internet streets and acted like and Oprah. Oh, you went at Oprah. We ain't there yet. We ain't there yet. We're not there yet. But I felt like you have to be kidding me that you really sat up there in your Salvation Army realness of the outfit and talked like you was the shit. And Tasha K, to me, I do wish Tasha would have went harder at her. I felt like Tasha K went harder at Egypt and Sam than she did at Arionne. But when I rewatched it today, Tasha K was reading her for filth, but she was too stupid to know it. Tasha K was hitting her with uppercuts consistently because Tasha K is a wife. And while I realized Tasha K made sure to not be offensive and call her a cum guzzling harlot with a baby on her hip, okay, she treated her like she mattered, which is fine. But Tasha K was reading her for filth, undercutting her, and she never realized it. Tasha K to me was a genius when I rewatched the live today. That's also why sometimes I have to rewatch stuff because the first time I be in my feelings about stuff. I'm like, oh no, she was hitting her. She was hitting her and making her look even more stupid. Because I went to college, okay? All I knew was my child's father and then Martel. I was with Martel for 6 years and I did sleep with nobody else because you're stupid. Because you're stupid. But that's neither here nor there. Now, the first thing Tasha said was how every episode of the show, of all the seasons, they kept speaking on coleslaw, kept milking this whole coleslaw Martel situation. I had an issue with that mainly because I felt like season 1 of that show, I didn't really watch season 1 when it was first airing. I rewatched it before season 2 started. Season 1 wasn't popular. Season 1, no one knew who she was. Season 1, no one knew Martel was cheating. The cheating did not come out until season 2. Season 2, the conversation consisted of Is he cheating for real? What's going on? What's going on? So to me, that wasn't fully true. But again, I feel like Tasha K was making Cold Star feel at ease, making her feel like, oh yeah, it is about me. It is about me. I was like, but it's not. So I felt like that was a lie. The full 3 seasons of the show was not about her. They have only said her name maybe twice. And I think that was only on the reunions where someone may have said her name. No one ever speaks on her consistently. Period. That doesn't happen. And so to make it seem, yes, they're using my likeness. They keep using my likeness, okay? Using my likeness on the show. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm chasing a married man, okay? Leading the audience to believe, girl, look, you may not have been chasing a married man, but you sure enough kept fucking one. Okay? It's the same thing. You didn't have to chase him. So trying to fight this narrative of, oh, I'm not chasing Martel. We never said you were. We never said you were, but you kept fucking him over and over, knowing he was married. So again, you're a harlot. You are a harlot, leave that be. And at the end of the day, you are a side chick mistress forever and ever. Lisa Ray will forever be Diamond from Players Club. You will forever be Coleslaw, the side chick who was fucking Martel. That's the most you will be in the eyes of reality show world, because that's who you allowed yourself to become. Because after that man called you a peasant, you stayed in your peasant garb and kept fucking and sucking him, and then got pregnant 3 times by him and had his baby. So that's on you, mama. Period. But I'm gonna leave that. I've been mad all day. I had a long day at work. I can release all my energy or whatever. But she had me pissed, making it seem like the whole show was built on me. Bitch, no, it's not. You ain't built no house. You ain't sold no house. We have not seen you on that show at all. All you are is the peasant Martel banged and kept denying, and he wouldn't leave alone. We not saying that. We know Martel didn't leave you alone the same way he didn't leave Mel alone. The difference is you don't matter to him enough for him to respect you enough to at least not call you a peasant, to at least not let everyone on the show look at you as a side piece mistress who's a harlot. Okay? But let's move on. Well, let me get to, because I'll go off the whole tab, but I want to read some comments because I just been going and going and going, and I want to do that. I want to listen to y'all too. Let's see. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit. Tasha was wrong for saying she was a chocolate version of Mel. I agree. We're gonna get on that later, but I agree. She just wants TV time. She do, and that's why she's on YouTube but not on TV. Because at the end of the day, if she mattered enough, she would have been on that show. Period. Because reality shows love mess. They do. Okay. Was I the only one that saw Mel in the comments? I did not, because I wasn't reading the comments. Look, no. I am 100% sure Mel wasn't anywhere in those comments at all. Okay. Season 1, I feel like a lot of people didn't like Mel because we didn't know the whole story yet. I can agree. She came from under a rock. I told anyone it was her, because no one knew who she was. No one knew who she was. Okay. When she said she comes from 2-parent household, honey, when we get to that, okay. What else? I'm trying to see some comments. She needs to fade black for a year or two. She's not even really here. She hasn't made it. She hasn't. Okay. That's how I'm gonna get you the trophy, because you are a hoe, and she is, and not a hoe in the sense of she fucking everybody. You a hoe because you did some hoe ass shit. You fucked the lady. You knowingly fucked that lady husband. Okay, you knowingly banged that lady husband. Arionne got pregnant on purpose to show Mel love, honey, and she is coleslaw trophy. Coleslaw trophy. Okay, it's just stupid. not as they're quoted on abortion, not in Martel's eyes. That's what really gets me is how obtuse Arionne is when it comes to her bad behavior. She's proud of her oral skills, shaking my damn head. I'm sorry, she really needs to be called a bird. I mean, she's a bird brain. She's a bird brain. It's the arrogance for me. She's more mad at Mel than Martel. She's jealous of Mel. And the reason I'm going to say that Coleslaw is jealous of Mel, because this is the thing. Mel might really be hurt and distraught right now at home, but she ain't going to let nobody see it. Mel has been embarrassed on television, on social media, all over the world. However, she still made it to where she has still moved on from it and gained from it. She's made smart moves. Coleslaw can't do that. Coleslaw can't even get an interview with anybody from OWN. Coleslaw can't get anyone from OWN or Carlos King's production company to even admit they talked to her. She, and I'm not saying that Tasha K is nobody, but Tasha K is great on YouTube. We know that Tasha K is great on YouTube. Arionne can't get anybody to want her off of social media. She's a social media celebrity. That's it. No one gonna book her for no club events. No one wants her to style them. No one wants her to babysit their kids. No, Martel wants her to keep guzzling, and that's it. Guzzle, 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 gobble, gobble. Why was she letting him raw dog her? Because honey, just that. Just had an abortion, so I'm not gonna get rid of this one. So she was basic. I ain't seen a y'all is. You spell it out for her, and the sad thing is, the idiot still won't get it. She never will, because she went live on her IG after the Tasha interview, and she still wasn't saying much, truth be told. And it's weird too that she will get on social media and she'll go laugh and she won't say shit. And when folks ask her questions, she'll give me, don't ask that. Get off social media. You are known for fucking a married man. We don't know. We don't care what else you got going on, because you have not acknowledged and fully took accountability for what you've done. And no one is saying that you single-handedly ruined their family. However, once you know a man is married and your thing is, but he kept coming back to me. Cool. You kept answering the phone. You kept opening the door. You kept opening your mouth and your legs. Because you did not act, no one accidentally gets knocked up 3 times. It doesn't happen. It doesn't, because the first oops makes you be more careful after that. But no, you let him your guts until 3 embryos popped out of somewhere, and then she's stupid. Basically. Okay. She's actually Martel's storyline, not Mel's or the other couple. She's the definition of delusional. She is. She really, they keep talking about me. No one talks about you, ma'am. But Martel, and the thing is, she forgets they have to discuss you because you have a baby with a man on the show, and he and his wife got divorced because of you. Had you left him alone after he called you a peasant, no one will be discussing you or use your call for as like this on the show. You continue to be with him, and I still feel like she fucked up to this day. I still feel like if he called, she gonna open her mouth and let him do whatever. So it's weird that she feel like they keep talking about me. And no. You forced yourself to be a part of their storyline. Because truth of the matter is, the show was about the 3 couples. That's what it was about. Him cheating did not come out until the end of season 1. We was like, what? He was cheating? No one knew that. So that wasn't the point. But I want to keep jumping ahead, okay? Let me move on. So I'm gonna scroll down to slide comments. She blames it on I was young. She's still young. Young-minded, young, foolish, and all those things. And the sad part, she was sleeping with him and Mel was pregnant. Girl, just stupidity, okay? Now, Coleslaw then brings up how she did not know, because y'all know Tasha K Funky.Neven, and a third person was a third guy. I can't think who the guy was. Did a podcast on Tasha's page a year ago, and Tasha played the audio of a phone conversation with Coleslaw. Now, Coleslaw then said how she did not know at that time that Tasha was recording the conversation, because if she had known, she would have either worded things differently, I wouldn't have lied, or not have said certain things. This is my thing. When you are honestly telling someone what happened, you don't need to word things differently. Anyone who wants to word things differently because they're being recorded means I need to be sure to not lie or not embellish. That's what you try to do. But the video from, again, it was a year ago that they did or whatever, was the first time Coleslaw was brought up on social media. Because again, she's never ever been featured on anything except social media stuff, YouTube stuff, IG stuff, Twitter stuff, but nobody really cares about who she is. It's been this scuttlebutt, around here for the chit chat, laugh, whatever, and read it for filth. Okay, now she brings up how Tasha then brings up that, well, when I interviewed Mel was she said Mel was terrified to interview her, and they had to do 2 takes. I didn't like that coming up, and I'm tell you why. I feel like I do feel like Tasha was trying to get her comfortable enough to be as open as possible. So if she feel like I'm not on Mel's side, she may give me more information than I want. So let me be real nicer. And I get that, but I didn't like that, because I feel like, look, at the end of the day, you're a wife, Tasha. Why support? Well, not even why. Grown women who are aware of grown women things support grown women. She's a little girl. So to me, bringing up Mel being, terrified to the interview, I didn't like that. I didn't. Now, the interview she with Mel aired in April of 2021, and it came out as saying like, well, Mel wasn't brave enough to be here like you. And I was like, now why bring that up? Why do that? And I feel like, look, I don't blame Mel for being weary about interviewing Tasha K. This is why. Tasha K has a way of interviewing people, and they won't know her motives at first. If you watch Tasha K's interviews, she has a way to where it'll be like, girl, hey, how you are amazing. So your man be sucking dick on the corners, and you be like, my man doing what? She hits you with truth or gossip or what she know, and you be like, well, damn, I can't, so I can understand Mel feeling, weary about interviewing, because again, Tasha, you never know if my signal was low. You never know if Tasha gonna hit you in the throat with some truth. So to me, it makes sense, because that's what you do. And a person with a brand and things to lose may not want to interview Tasha, okay, if they feel like I could get ambushed with some true information. Not that Tasha K will maybe lie on them, but she will for sure bring up some juicy gossip, okay, that they may not want to be discussed on the show. So a lot of people do. That's why some folks, when they interview, they want the questions up front, because they don't want to be ambushed on a live or any kind of recorded or whatever. So, but that's what you end up dealing with if you go interview with anybody. But we all know Tasha K can hit you in the throat with what she know, and you like, well, I didn't know that was gonna come up, and it is what it is. But anyway, again, I just didn't like that. I watched the interview with Mel, and she didn't seem nervous at all. But if that was take 2, whatever. So Tasha then brings up how Mel profited on the whole situation, and then stay with Martel or whatever. And I'm looking like, why shouldn't the wife profit off of her pain? She didn't ask Martel to cheat. She didn't ask for her. Mel didn't ask for any of this. Coleslaw did, because Coleslaw knew that she was an older married man, and she knew to keep doing it would cause something to happen. So Mel had every right to stay with her husband, be on the show, work things out on the show, because again, this is my bread and butter. I'm not gonna let a harlot come around here and suck my man off and take my money. No ma'am. No ma'am. At all. Yes, and her statements are always inconsistent. Always. She'll say one thing, say something else, and both things will be either different. I'm like, what do you mean? What are you saying? I was like, get off my damn phone. Get off my phone, off my TV, get off my face. Cause it doesn't make any sense. And she consistently does that. And when she would do that, Tasha would, she's like, but what? And when she would try to explain stuff, it still like would not make sense. Well, I'm gonna leave that be. Okay. Now the thing about it is she brings up how she met Martel when she was 24. She's now 31. We all know that they were at his cousin's house. Her friend knew Martel's cousin or whatever. She brings, I didn't go for him. He came at me and he had his cousin be the go between or whatever. He had his cousin give me the number. And I was like, you explain stuff to us as if we don't know that he's a slimy, sick dude. No one feels like she went after him. We all feel like Martel seen some young stupid person and got with her, whatever, and she stayed around for the ride. I agree. At least one good time. At least one good time. She is. She really is. And she made sure to, that's why I said Mel wouldn't have at all really been in them comments or whatever, because that's just not what it's going to be. Because Mel don't have to stoop to responding to sad chick mistress of the century unless she's going to profit from it. She's going to make a song, going to make a video, and that's smart. That's it. If you're going to keep, being dumb, you're going to keep trying to fuck my husband, of course, I'm going to go ahead and just punch you in the throat. Okay? But not, because we don't want everybody right. We're going to leave that be. But I was like, girl, get out of our face. But anyway, when she then brings up how, she was attracted to him at first, he also liked her. They were friends at first, okay? And then Tasha brings up, I feel like you are the fun chocolate version of Mel. Like, I'm saying, you the wild version of his wife. I was like, let's not make it seem like she's a different, better, fun version of that man's wife. Because let's be clear, she wasn't the only mistress. She wasn't the only harlot. So she ain't special. She just the one who stuck around long enough to get an interview on Tasha K's page. That's it. The other one he messed with is somewhat silent, because you should not be proud to be a side chick. You really should not be. You really should not be. That's what's crazy. It's like, what is wrong with you? But she's stupid. So she brings up how, people like me all the time. I'm a cream of the crop or whatever, since I don't have to do too much. She brings up how they did not have sex for 8 or 9 months. But I feel like that's because she didn't live in Huntsville. She lived elsewhere. So I'm like, of course y'all wasn't fucking. Y'all weren't in the same place. And had you lived in Huntsville, y'all would have been having sex. Y'all would have absolutely been having sex had he lived close to you. I ain't that kind of one, man. I'm not gonna. He thought we was gonna fuck the first night. He thought, out, girl, you still had a 5-year affair with a married man. The fact that you didn't fuck him when you did not know he was married, but kept fucking him once you found out he had a wife, shows what kind of harlot you are. And again, none of this means that Martel is innocent, okay? But we ain't talking about him. We talking about her. We've already read Martel for filth time and time again, okay? This is about this heifer right here. Anyway, it's just weird that she likes to brag about, I didn't bang him, then. I did find out during those 8 to 9 months that he was married, and I wasn't fucking him then. Oh, but once you... Girl, she then said, once I found out he was married, I was already like in love or whatever. Was already connected or whatever. So I just kept dealing. So you're not the kind of woman who will fuck on the first night or, fuck too quick. Cool. Cool. But you are the kind of harlot who will consistently have sex with somebody else's husband, have 3 pregnancies by someone else's husband. But you won't fuck on the first day. Girl, I would rather a woman fuck a man the first day when she do not know he has a wife than someone who would build a relationship with a married man who had 3 kids. And you had a kid too. And you can't believe, yes, you was young and stupid. Cool. But now you're older and still stupid. I don't think they went 8 or 9 months before doing it. I think she was intimate with him the first night at the hotel. That's very, very possible. I very much so believe that as well. But at the end of the day, if she did or she didn't, you still kept fucking that man when you knew he had a wife. I was like, punch in the throat. I agree. I don't think it was long that she did not know he was married. I don't think it took 2-3 months at all. And even though she brought up how, they would spend the nights together, whatever, and at one point they spent like 4 nights together. I'm not shocked by that because let's not act like Martel wasn't a businessman, whatever. I'm pretty sure, baby, business trip, baby. I'm going out of town for a day, babe, or whatever. And he would probably plan stuff and be gone with side chick who was fully aware and would say like, he would have to have phone calls to check in with his wife and his kids because she knew. So it's like you can't sit up here and act like, oh, it wasn't me, it was him. It wasn't me, it was him. It was you too because you helped him lie to his wife. Anybody who stays quiet when someone's on the phone because the wife can't hear you, you ain't shit. I will never be quiet while my man or someone I'm banging is on the phone. No, unless it's your boss. You're supposed to be at work and you not. No, ma'am. No. No. Not ever. You can't silence me. You can't. Because I'm not your secret. Period. Girl, she gets on my damn nerves. Okay. Thank you, Nikki Rob. I don't believe anyone dating doesn't Google. Check Instagram, Twitter, Facebook on the guys they're interested in. At all. At all. And the fact that she knew he fully had a wife. Okay. She justified it in her head. Okay. Where's the daughter's father at? I bet that he has some tea about the co-star. She said to her that he has his own life or whatever. He got his own issues. So who knows? I don't know. After on her 5-year college career, she couldn't complete the trauma of she was willing to put. Yeah, she was blaming everything with herself. I was young. I was under stress. I was tired. 2 + 2 is 5. No, bitch is 4. Okay, but you don't know that because she's stupid. And it's just she just gets on my. She's trifling. Thank y'all. Look, I be trying not to go too much and go on my rants and stick to my notes, but she aggravates my spirit because people can make mistakes. You can meet someone and not know they married, and then you call up in a situation. However, at the end of the day, I don't care how much I care for someone. Once I know that you deceive me and you have a whole wife and 3 children at home that you're leaving to come lay up with me for me to suck on you, sir, I don't want to be with you. For what? For what? So it's like she can't ever be like, I just didn't know. You fully knew. You fully knew. Now I don't know how, I'm not sure how I got here, but I'm glad I'm here. Well, welcome to the JayBirds round here, okay? Coleslaw is the perfect name for Arionne because she's the chicken head side dish with no self-respect. Because look, nobody likes the coleslaw at KFC. You have to have homemade coleslaw made by your wife, okay? Coleslaw is coleslaw from KFC. That's who she is, okay? He stayed accusing Mel of not being a good mom, Mel not being present, but he had time to go missing for 4 whole days with the whole mistress, okay? Bull of the shit. Um, not we need to line, I guess. Let's get to that. It's just it makes me she aggravates my spirit. Okay, I was like, get out my fucking face. Now Tasha got asked that she felt like because she was Martel is older than her. Martel is like 10 years older than her. 19 years older than her. If she felt like he tricked her or she was manipulated. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. No one can trick you when you know they married. Because she knew. So while she brings up how I was real green, to things and I was caught up in the wrong situation. The reason that is the bullshit is because she now is 31 and she should see what she did was fully wrong and she still speaks from a place of arrogance. For a place of, but it wasn't me. He chased me. I didn't chase him, but you still participated. Okay. And now she asked her, well, when she finally was married, she said, I found out before we had sex. I found out within the 8 and 9 months or whatever. But again, I was connected to him emotionally. Okay, I loved him. Did he make you think he was going to leave his wife? And she said, Martel never made me think he was leaving his wife. So you wanted to sit around there, let him be married, and just play your sideline whole position. That's what you want to do. Because if he never made you think he was leaving his wife, you were fully okay being a mistress, a side chick, a side piece, a peasant. The fact that after the peasant comment she stayed shows how delusional, how naive, and how much of a broken woman she is. Because this is my thing. You may be able to lie to a woman who can't see your lies, but bitch, he was on a reality show showing you he was with his wife. That's stupid. And the only reason I feel that Mel was not done for staying because Mel married him. They were married. And we can say this. Marriages are tough. You go through things or whatever. I would never blame a wife for trying to make her 10-year or 13-year marriage with her husband work when they have 3 kids that she was pregnant with a 4th. I would never call her dumb. You supposed to want the wife to have faith in her husband until she realizes he ain't shit, ma. Leave him. And Mel had to try her best to make that marriage work so that once she left, she didn't have any regrets. She didn't have any, damn, I wish I would have tried. Because what if you know what I'm saying? It's like, right. 10 years to this point, Mel was probably thinking it was a fling that he would get past. And I feel like because he made her feel like that, that's the part that pisses me off. People act like, not people, this hoe, make it seem like, well, Mel knew he wasn't going to leave me alone. Mel knew he wasn't going to choose. Mel did not have to force him to choose. Mel just had to wait until she was fed up with her husband because they took vows. And you can't blame a wife for hoping he gonna stop doing dumb shit. And when she realized, we gonna keep doing dumb, he gonna keep doing it. Okay. I'm gonna get good on this show. I'm gonna get good and popular. I'm gonna let them see you for who you are. I'm gonna let them see me trying to make it work. And if you make me look like a fool, I'm gonna cash in on that. And now what she doing? She cashing in, and she has every right because he cheated on her for 5 years with a dolphin teeth as co-star as Silage Andres as Lady, who was on a interview with a great YouTuber, but speaking like she's the wife. Girl, I was like, we saw Martel on the show say he was done with a co-star. So what does that mean? Mel knew he wasn't giving her right. We saw what he was saying to Mel. We saw that. You saw it too. You saw it too. You watch every Saturday night like we did, Cole. So you kept watching the whole damn time, okay? Oh, she gets on my damn nerves. Anyway, but she said, I realized he wasn't going to leave me. He wasn't going to leave her. But Mel knew he would not leave us alone. And she made the choice to stay with him. I said, oh, this bitch want to catch a fade. Oh, this, you want to talk, you, what? I was like, I cannot believe she just said his wife knew he wasn't going to choose. And she chose to stay with him 3 years after finding out about me and him. This is why I can't interview certain, because I would, if I was Tasha, I would have said, bitch, what? Interview over, get out my fucking face, because you can't say that kind of stuff. I was like, fully delusional. She knew Martel was married and she fully participated, okay? I was like, oh, God. Co-star had nothing to offer, but had jobs, 2 kids, different fathers, no nursing degree, not looking for a check. I think Arionne looked at it wrong with Martel. Look, we've already read Martel for filth, okay? We have no one is giving her credit for ruining Mel and Martel. We've already said it's Martel's fault. Okay, that we don't need to discuss that. We've already done that. We've already done that. She gonna get a look. Sometimes you have to give folks the credit of their dumbness, and that's what we're doing today. Okay, today what we're doing is we're gonna use her likeness because she's a delusional mistress in distress from a 2-parent household, okay? And we're gonna give her the dumb credit that she deserves. She gonna wear the scarlet A on her forehead today. Yes, ma'am. Okay, because when you go do interviews as a mistress, you open the floodgates up for us to tell you about yourself. Okay, now what I need y'all to do, okay, I need y'all to like the video. Because if you hear, you should like the video. Okay. Anyway, right. She was a head doctor, a whole head doctor. She said she cut up the difference between TV and real. Right. I said, girl, you stupid. Cole saw eating off Mel's plate long enough, paid in full. Okay. She knew Martel was married and she continued in a relationship with the married man, but for that side chick to come on an interview saying she is smart and the crop, no ma'am, she wanted Martel. Then she had the nerve to body shame, but wait till we get to that. Because I was like, oh, you want to come for the big girls? Okay, well, this big girl will reply to you. Okay. She made everybody else from the wife to Oprah and everyone spoken negative of the married man. I can't thank Cole Trump. You got me rolling. Thank you. These types always think they are the chosen one of the wife, but he's a man, and they will go. Whereas either she's super easy, she's naive and she's stupid. She couldn't even articulate herself, explaining why she think he was attracted. Because she was easy. She was young and open. That's what it was. And that's what it will always be. Okay. Now she goes on to bring up how she never kept talking to him once she found out he was married. No, she said she should have never kept talking to him once he was married. But she when she went when she said I should not have done that. As a black woman, we have to respect each other. I should have respected his wife. I feel that now, but didn't feel that then. This is why I say she dumb. As a black woman, we should respect each other. I should have respected his wife, and I know that now. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because it should have the whole conversation started as, you know what? I'm here to rectify my dumb behavior I did in my 20s. Because now, as a 31-year-old mother of two, and I'm not with either father, I now see the error of my ways. Because now I'm a single mom. Mel is now a single mom. And what I did didn't help anybody. But no, she came in saying, they used my likeness. They can use my, not, they use my, no, we didn't. You are coleslaw. You are coleslaw. You are coleslaw. I rarely ever say her real name because I feel like she don't deserve me to use her real name. And they were sitting up there in the dark because she's a dark harlot in the shadows of Martel's balls. So this ambiance right here, and I love these shares. I love these shares, Tasha, where you get them from. Okay. However, they in a dark room because it was a dark situation. Okay, that's why you have to have it be around here where it's darkness, okay, and wine bottles because you've been hiding in the dark for 5 years. You were exposed as a mistress because you exposed yourself. Because once you found out that he was married on the show, you kept dealing with him all up and through. Okay, she knew what she was doing. Okay, she completely knew what she was doing and she didn't care. And that's why I'm like, she don't deserve anyone's respect. So coleslaw will forever be coleslaw. She still to me was run around here in the damn Salvation Army ass brunch top. Okay, I don't like her outfit still. I don't like it. I don't like the sleeves. I don't like the buttons. Okay, I don't like none of it. Her haircut is cute. It's a dolphin swoop, but I'm gonna leave that be as well. But she still gets on all my nerves. Now, the whole as a black woman, don't you fix your mouth to say that because you ruined a few black women, Mel, and whoever the woman was that you keep calling linebackers. Okay, so don't give me the whole as a black woman because I try my damnest to not ever be hurtful and harmful when I come on here. But some folks, you have to give them the credit and the read that they deserve. And she deserves to be read down from the top to the bottom. Okay. Now, she brought up how over time, they would not talk sometime, for like 3-4 months here or there, whatever. But he will always call her. He came to my door and he just said, I don't want to come in. I just want to be here. And he was looking at me and I was like, oh, and I let him in. Of course you let him in. Of course you let him in. Of course. Yes, her and those linebackers were all playing the same position. All football players play the game. Y'all all were side hoes. But you want to discuss them because you was, I guess, the pretty one. You were a dolphin. They was linebackers. Oh, okay. Whatever. But it's stupid to me for you to say you want to be supportive of black women, but you're downing black women who were there to do the same things you were. Suck off married men. Who cares if you lasted the longest? Y'all were still doing the same thing. Okay? The same thing. That dress, it is rainbow. She sell this dress. This is her dress? This is what she's saying? This her stuff? When you have a chance to be out here and put on your own clothing to let folks see, you pick the Salvation Army Sunday brunch dress. You pick that don't fit you around the waist sides. You pick that dress with slouchy arms. You pick that dress. I've seen you dress better on your IG, but I'm leaving that be. Okay, I'm leaving you be because that's your Sunday brunch dress from the Salvation Army. Okay, I'm leaving that be. Anyway, so she brings up how, I was only my child father from when I was 17 to around 21. You saying I didn't have enough experience. You act like it, and you still knew what you were doing was wrong. But I'm leaving that be. Now, she's this how no woman deserves to be cheated on, even though she cheated with a married man for at least 5 years. Okay, miss with the bullshit. She said there was a lot of lies that was said about her on the show, from the show, the reunion or whatever. She really made it seem as Mel, the producers, Oprah, probably Barack Obama, Oprah, Tyler Perry, Ellen, who else she got? Me, Bonnie, Nisha, Jamie. We all Ty, Candy, Aunt Bertha, okay, Aunt Liz from Portia. She back like all these folks were sitting around corroborating the story about her, about how he met her and who she is. And I was like, no one did that. No one did that. Not at all. Okay. She said Mel found out in 2015, not 2017. Fine. Whatever. Okay. She then says how Mel at the reunion was saying, she said that I was the one who kept calling Martel. That wasn't true. He said that wasn't true at all. He said I was not calling his phone back to back to back. That's what she said at first. Okay. She then say, well, I did call him. Mel did answer the phone. I did say put Martel on the phone, but I didn't curse. I didn't say put him on the fucking phone. Bitch, who gives a fuck if you did not cuss? You still called that lady husband's phone and told his wife to put her husband on the phone. Yes, keep your legs closed to married men. Okay? Now, the fact that she said, I didn't cuss, that to me shows she's stupid. Because you said they lied on me. I wasn't calling him back to back to back. And I didn't say that. She then said I did call him. Mel did answer the phone. I was like, girl, you can't lie straight. You can't lie right. She then say, well, Martel was calling me. He kept calling me. I was on the date. I didn't want to be bothered, but I then kept calling him back. So like Mel said, you kept calling that man's phone and she answered. It did not matter if he called you first. Bitch, when she got the phone, you was calling him. I was like, why? Where's the lie? Where are you telling us that production or Mel or the show lied on you? When you just admitted to calling his phone over and over again because he called you and Mel answered and you did say put him on the phone. Get out my face, okay? She then said, well, Mel would say I was being rude because she's the wife, and that's how she felt. But Martel just said that I should not talk to Mel. You shouldn't have. Mistresses have to get. You don't have the right to speak to that man's wife, let alone ask the wife to put him on the phone. Girl. She then said she didn't pressure him to leave. But she'll say, I did say, if you're not happy, you then leave. Well, that's like pressuring him to leave. If you have said more than one time, if you ain't happy, then leave. If you ain't happy, then leave. That is you saying, hey, leave your wife because you're not happy, right? Well, leave her. Same thing. Stop playing dictionary with me. Don't play dictionary with me. And she keep playing dictionary, okay? She then say that she just ended up having babies. I just ended up having a child by him. I just ended up sending, having a baby. I was like, no one ends. You have to put a penis in the vagina with no condom to get pregnant most of the time. Okay, so she then admits that she was pregnant on him a total of 3 times. Okay, so 2 times before the little boy she has now. She said one time she miscarried and one time that he paid for the abortion because she made the decision to have an abortion. Now, she said it was because her and Mel were pregnant at the same time. So when Mel was pregnant with baby, the youngest girl, Cole Saw was pregnant too. So she made the choice to get an abortion. The stupid part is she then got pregnant again and then chose to have the little boy because she had just had an abortion. And I was like, you know how easy it is, or not even easy, but you can't say I just got pregnant. When you had an abortion, then got pregnant back to back. Right, sugar mama. Sugar mama. So she was pregnant at the same time that Martel and Maya was having sugar mama. And that she was born in December of 2020. They then had her and that son and Martel. That boy was born in 2021 in December. So you got your wife and your mistress pregnant at the same time and got the mistress pregnant twice. Yes, Mel also had an abortion too. She had an abortion before Sugar Mama. That show y'all how reckless Martel was. Not only that, but it shows how Mel and Coleslaw really were just trusting that he was being honest. And that's crazy. That's crazy that he was able to keep this up. Because Mel did not know old girl was pregnant when she had the baby. Until, I was like, ugh. Yes, quarantine his penis. Please quarantine his penis. Keep it somewhere and let it be. I was like, I just can't. It's just, I was like, you just kept getting knocked up by that man. You kept getting knocked up. And I was just like, but why? I don't get it. Girl, she brings up how she and Martel are not together because he's toxic. And she could not tell if what he was saying. She's like, I couldn't tell the reality show stuff from real life because he was telling me one thing and then we were living one thing, but then I would see something different on the show. And so, that's why, it got crazy, whatever. And, I had to leave him alone because I could not tell what was fact or fiction because like she would make it seem, she said, he told me the show was going to be about real estate. He then said the producers called him back and said the show got picked up and it was going to focus on more of the relationship stuff. Now, Mel, Carlos, and them did a whole special, like a behind the scenes special. I think it was after season 2 or something where Mel and Carlos both said how Mel fully found out then in 2017 about old girl, that he was still messing with old girl. And so she did not want to keep doing the show. She was pissed off. And Carlos said, I did tell her, we'll figure it out, but still do the show. You can tell that Coleslaw speaks from a place of Martel's lies. She's listening to him, and what he lied about, she takes it as fact, and it's not fact. And I feel like what Mel said to me made more sense. The producers and OWN wanted them to keep doing the show. And Carlos knew the show would be great. But she made it seem as if, well, no, Martel and Mel chose to fake their whole relationship or whatever and have a fake show. And so he would tell her, well, no, the show is fake. We're faking it. It's not real. It's fake. We're faking it for the show. And so that's her rationale for saying they on bullshit. You know, they lying. Their producers are forcing them to do this, that, or the other. And she thinks that because I was in nursing school, I was too busy to know what was fully going on. I was working too, blah, 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 blah. If you were so busy working in the school, how do you know that they kept talking about you every episode? Because you watched every episode. You watched everything, okay? And she then said she was silent because she never knew that they were lying on her on the show and using her likeness. I was like, ma'am, I told you they not using your likeness. You're a coleslaw. That's it, okay? So she also brings up how her friends would never think that she was a peasant. They would not Arionne from Dayton or where she's from. I'm like, so, but they do know you're a mistress. What's worse, being a peasant or a mistress who's called a peasant? It's weird to me that she makes it seem I would never be a peasant, but you were a mistress. Your friends would never think that you're a peasant, but they are okay knowing for a fact that you were a 5-year mistress. Get out of my face. She then brings up the whole two-parent household. I was like, not a two-parent household. When she kept saying, I was raised in a two-parent household. And okay, so your mom and your dad were married in the house. She was like, no, two-parent household. And I was like, what? Two-parent household. And I was like, and she's like, what do you mean? Well, because your mom, your dad was married. She's like, no, my mom was never married. Okay, I was raised by my mom. My dad and his wife had their own house. So again, it was I was like, that is not a two-parent household. You repeated your mom's history because Mel and Martel had a two-parent household. You came along like your mama, okay, and had you, okay, and you did not have a two-parent household. You were raised in a single-parent household, mama. You're slow. You two-parent household. I was like, this is not a two-parent household. Your father's household with him and his wife, that's not your household, ma'am. It isn't. And when Tasha then, because again, Tasha was hitting her and she wasn't catching it. Tasha said, okay, so you didn't have a good representation of a two-parent household or a marriage in your home. Well, no, my grandma, I had positive because my grandparents, what I'm saying, it was like when she said it was like 9 or 10, I'm like, you had 9 or 10 grandparents? How? Who has 9? I was confused on I had 9. She said it was 9 or 10 of them, and they were all married a long, long time. 9 or 10 of who? Who? She is too stupid to be this stupid. Two-parent household. I was like, get on my fucking face. Anyway, they then get on the picture of the guys on the guy's trip in 2015 or whatever. And she said one that Martel was not concerned was having her and him being seen in public. She said they would spend nights together and that she was the one who took the picture that they posted on social media. I feel like when Martel and her were first dealing with each other, he wasn't on the show. So it wasn't as if, fans would see them together because we didn't know who he was. So I feel like, of course, he was out here with her because it wasn't a big deal to the world. I feel like once he was on the show was when he started probably more sneaking around with her because people would see shit and say shit. So that's one. And then with her bringing up how the men were there, Marcel and Marie, she said both of them had women who were built like linebackers. I was like, okay. Women who like to describe plus size women as linebackers, as gorillas, as big back, whatever you want to call it, irks my nerves because they like them. It's like people don't get big bitches get fucked, and we have relationship. We don't think for a second that people don't want us. So it aggravates me that her way of disrespecting the other women who were there just like her to suck and fuck on married men were less than her because they were plus size linebacker, whatever. I was like, girl, you were just like them. You were there as a single harlot, sleeping with a man, knowingly on a vacation with men who were all away from their wives. You were just as bad as them. Period. Period. And so it's aggravating that she likes to keep calling them that as if they weren't sisters in arms. Weird to me. And I was like, we all know that Martel brought her around because Marceau and Maurice were cool with it. We all know that because no married man brings a woman around their friends unless their friends are okay with what that man is doing. Most cheaters don't bring their people around anybody who would snitch on them or not look at them like that's not that ain't cool. He brought them around the men who were okay with what he was doing because they were doing it too. But to speak about them women as if they are less than because they were plus size. Now I'm getting that they were just plus size. And then when Tasha then said, well, it looked like they got a type, I was like, Tasha, so you're gonna call Tisha and Kimmy football players? First of all, Kimmy and Tisha both have amazing bodies. They're both beautiful women. And it aggravates me that people like to just speak negatively on people who are plus size as if, if someone wants a plus size person, they want a football player. Well, bitch, let's play football. Let's fight. You want to fight? Let's tussle. But I'm going to leave that be. I'm going to stop. But Tasha saying that, it did piss me off. And I get she was trying to, appease her, to appease a co-star. But I was like, don't do that. Because at the end of the day, Mel didn't do nothing. Tisha didn't do nothing, and neither did Kimmy. So sad chicks should not be up here cackling about the wives of anybody. Okay? Because it's like, don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Because it'll get you cussed out. Because it's for what? Right, it was a mistress retreat. It was a mistress retreat instead of a couples retreat. She feels guilty deep down, so she's trying to disassociate herself from the light backers. Mm-hmm. Or if the friends are doing it too, Cole, better watch out for Kimmy. Because Kimmy was the shits. I think Tisha is too. But Kimmy for sure is the shits. She is a linebacker though. She's she's of a wide receiver. Because she receives it. That comment was BS. Tasha was being shady. For the record, Maurice wasn't married back then. He wasn't. He was cheating on a girlfriend. The reason her and Martel are a match because they both throw on everyone else's business or deflect from them instead of just taking accountability for their stupidity and play in the part she played. I completely agree. Okay, hey, Ma. Hey, Mama. Those linebackers probably weren't feeling her, and she was in her feelings thinking it was going to be a side chick alliance. I agree with that. And I also wonder if she felt like she was a more constant in Martel's life because she was better than these women who maybe weren't always dealing with, the other men. So she could have felt like I'm a special mistress. I was like, come on, face. Right. They felt comfortable enough to let her take a picture of them knowing she was there with them. It's crazy. I thought Tasha was referencing to Maurice's ex-wife. That's still not fair because Maurice and Marceau used to be plus size men. So to even speak about Maurice's ex-wife is like, for what? She was his wife, and she's who. People need to stop speaking down on plus size people, period, based on their size. Okay, period. It's like they can be hookers and not be linebackers. They can be hoes and not be linebackers. They can be side pieces and not be called linebackers. It's like whatever. But again, I'm gonna leave them be. Because I'm like, it's too much going on. I wonder how you have a clothing line yet your brothers weren't sold on properly. Goodwill dress. Where is it? It's right there. Goodwill dress. It's right there. It gets on my nerves. It really gets on my nerves. That's exactly why I should never be a wife. Like, she barely understands the life. Poor child needs to work on herself and shut up about the foolishness 2021. Well, yes. Mel should have cussed her out and hung the phone. Honey, Mel should have. It's a lot that Mel should have could have done, but I feel like she just. Who knows? Tasha brings up how Tasha said that Arionne was an innocent casualty of war in regard to Marceau or Maurice speaking on her. She said because they had to discuss you to distract people from their stuff because you had already destroyed one marriage. Now, Cole, so I want to say I didn't destroy nobody's marriage. Yes, you did. You helped that man marriage not work out. Okay. And the whole thing of I forgot the thing was the whole thing of her saying that she's a innocent casualty. I'm like, she's a lot of things. Innocent ain't one at all because you knowingly knew they would. Well, you at least knew that Marceau would cheating on his wife, and you didn't say shit until now. So again, she ain't innocent with none of this. At nothing that she innocent ain't the word. Ain't the word. Ain't the word. Okay, get out my face. No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. Okay. Now, Cole Star says the guys will be forced by producers to speak on her on the show, and they didn't like it. I'm like, who told you this? Who told you that the producers are forcing them to speak on you? This is the thing that she forgets. You actively were having an affair with one of the main cast members of a show. That news got out. The producers would for sure ask them to discuss that because it's a reality show. That's Martel's reality. He is cheating with a coleslaw. Okay, so of course that would be discussed. So the guys probably wouldn't like it. They didn't want their dirt coming out. But to make it seem like the guys, were uncomfortable because they didn't want to talk about you. They didn't want they shit coming out. That's that. But you ain't innocent and you were not the focal point of the show. A lot of the show don't have shit to do with you because it's two other, not like this, because it's other people. It's other people now. So yeah, she's a bird. She's a whole bird. I want some barbecue and coleslaw. I don't even eat coleslaw. So, you know what I'm saying? She can get on my nerves. Right. She wants to be on the show so bad. Okay. She did bring up how, Martel helped me. He did help me not to have to struggle, even though he still had to work. Okay. But he did not help her. Sorry. He helped her with giving her money, this and that, and this. But the fact that she did not finish school, I was so worried about stuff. I was so stressed. I didn't finish school, so I was never a nurse. I did work in a hospital, but I did not work as a nurse. I was like, get out of my face. And she brings up how they have publicly humiliated her. So that's her karma. And that wasn't worth being with him. Again, had you left that man alone, okay, after season 1, you would have never been talked about. The reason you are a topic now is because you had that man's baby while he was married, or at least got pregnant while he was married. That's why you were still a topic. Had you left him alone, it wouldn't have been no one would have kept talking about you. You kept yourself in the story by still fucking him. I was like, get out of my face. Tasha then asked her, "What's your closing words?" To the audience. Look at the camera and give your closing words. Okay. And not, I am not, on the show to speak for myself. Stop using my likeness. Stop spinning the story, spin the story in a different direction. Stop using my likeness on the show. If I can't be there to speak for myself, okay, I don't want y'all to speak on me and my likeness, okay? This has changed my life and not for the good, okay? Look, and this is personal. This is personal between me and Oprah. I said, what? When she said this is personal between me and Oprah, I said, Oprah who? Oprah Winfrey? Beyonce? 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 I was like, girl, what? This she said it's personal between me and Oprah because I was raised by her being, very influential, to us as Black women. Okay. And so this has turned me against Oprah. I say, bitch, Oprah don't know you. Oprah don't even own no more. Oprah sold on. Okay. So to say this is personal between you and Oprah because she was, bitch, you fucked somebody else's husband. If anything, Oprah turned herself against you. I was like, what is wrong with her? I want y'all to stop using me. I am tired of y'all making it seem like I ruined the family. Stop using me to carry the weight of 6 people. I was like, I know you fucking lying. No. No, it has to be a different Oprah. Hoppo, who this woman? Hoppo, who this woman? It ain't Squeak. It ain't Sugar Avery. It ain't nobody we know. Okay? No, but it's personal between me and I say, bitch, Oprah. Oprah Winfrey? Had she said it's personal between her and Carlos, I would have maybe understood that. Because Carlos is the EP and the creator of the show. So had she said Carlos, I would have gave her like 8%, okay, I can see that. But bitch, Oprah, she mad because Oprah didn't send her no damn bread back, because Oprah said all the cast, them little bread bags or whatever. She upset because Oprah did not send her no bread maker. And so Oprah's upset now. Oprah didn't ruin her life. I was like, bitch, and stop using me to carry. I'm not kidding. Marcel and Tisha's storyline don't have shit to do with coleslaw. Maurice and Kim's storyline don't have shit to do with coleslaw. Truthfully, Mel and Martel's storyline can be separate from her. Okay? So her thought process in every episode is about coleslaw. It's not. It isn't. You want it to be, but it isn't. That's on you. I was like, you don't got in the face. Now, Tasha asked her, because at one point she said that no woman deserves to be what Mel went through. And so Tasha asked her, well, can that be like an apology to Mel? Like, woman to woman, mom to mom, black woman to black woman. Could that be like an apology for the part that what you did? Now, while Coleslaw said during this whole thing that she can take accountability for the role she played in all of it. She did say that. However, the fact that she won't say an apology to Mel, who she continuously speaks about as if Mel is the fool. She speaks as if Mel is the mistress. She speaks as if Mel is the one who owes her something. And I was like, Mel don't owe you nothing. Okay? And Coleslaw say, no, her saying no woman deserves what Mel went through, that's not an apology. She then say, she came to my home with 2 people or whatever, trying to confront me and whatnot. I'm saying, and she was always calling me. She brought up at one point how her and Mel sat down for like a 2-hour conversation, talk about Martel or whatever. And Mel, if you got my number or whatever. So again, she kept making it seem like Mel coming at me because you was fucking her husband. who she has 3 kids. At that point, they had 3 kids. Now they got 4. Who had 3 kids with him at that point in time. Of course, she was trying to figure out what was going on. Sometimes wives do that, okay? And it aggravates me how she speaks so negatively about Mel, but she speaks so highly of Martel. He's a great person. He's a great person. I was like, bitch, no, he isn't. He is not, okay? And when she said that Mel should have checked her husband and not me, she said wives need to check their husbands. No one goes after a married man. Plenty of people go after married men. We've seen it with our own eyes. Plenty of folks do. We not say that you went after that married man, but you stay with that married man. Okay? And Tasha's like, you didn't have to chase him. Because her whole defense was, he kept calling me. He kept coming to me. You didn't have to chase him. However, you still allowed him to chase you. You still sat there and guzzled him the whole damn time. So your defense cannot be coleslaw. I didn't chase a married man, so the wife should talk to him. No, bitch. You stayed around with him. Okay? You stayed around there. I was like, get out my face. Now, Tasha says how it was a profitable convenience for you and Martel because he got free cooch and free head and free blowjobs and hand jobs or whatever, and you was able to give him a relief from his husband duties, okay, and you got money from that. But Mel was a victim of her circumstance, and she was, and that's the part that aggravates me that Cold Star won't admit. You and Martel put Mel in the middle of y'all toxic ass stuff. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you consistently would speak highly of Martel, we see he stayed with you because you made him feel like a king. And Mel was really around, let him know, you ain't shit, Martel. Sometimes you would, you know what I'm saying? You were gullible enough to look at him like a king. You were gullible enough and naive enough and dumb enough to stroke his ego whenever he came to you complaining about his wife. You were stupid enough to believe everything he said to you was fact and not fiction. You were naive enough to watch a show where he called you a peasant to his wife and denied even caring about you and still stayed because he kept coming back. You're stupid. Because you allowed it to happen. We can't blame no wife for trying to make her marriage work. We can't blame the wife for that. We can for sure say the mistress who acts like she was the wife and had every right to not care about whatever else was going on is the reason you will forever be coleslaw around here. Okay. Tasha say, well, you know what? Well, no, she said, because she asked her what she wants to be on the show. And Coleslaw said, they won't put me on the show. You know, I'm not going to apologize to Mel. You know, I can apologize if I get on the show. Okay. Because she said, why isn't Mel enough to carry the show? Why does she have to discuss me? Mel carried that show so much that they won't allow you on the show because if they do, Mel will quit. If Mel wasn't enough to carry the show, they would bring you on the show. Okay? If Mel wasn't carrying the show, you would be on that show. Because we've seen many of other shows where they would bring on the mistress, they would bring on whoever to surprise the cast or whatever. If you really feel like Coleslaw Mel doesn't carry the show, then get on the show. Get on the show. They won't allow you on that show because Mel carries the show. Now, Mel, Kimmy, and Tisha, and they bullshit carries the show. If any 3 of them leave, people would be pissed. We may not like Tisha all the time, but we want Tisha on the show. No one wants you there. Not even Martel. Not even Martel, okay? So Coleslaw brings up I don't, Because Tasha then said, you know what? Well, let's call Mel and ask her, if she wants you on the show. And when I say Coleslaw looks scared, like if Martel found out I let Tasha call her, he gonna be mad at me. Tasha, I don't think you should call her. I don't want to talk to her. I don't want her thinking I'm reaching out to her. No, you don't want Martel knowing that you in any way participated in anyone calling Mel on that thing. Because at the end of the day, Martel respects Mel more than you. Because you talk big, bold, and bad the whole time you was on there. The minute she brought up, I'm gonna call Mel, I don't think she do that. I don't think so. Because you can't hold a candle to Mel. And that's just based on Mel coming out of this situation on top. Period. Okay? Now, Tasha don't call her because Tasha said she not have her number on the phone. But when she's like, y'all gonna talk eventually, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all got kids. And you know what I'm saying? When Martel isn't around, y'all would have to have some kind of conversation. And she said by the time Martel ain't around, our kids will be old enough to have already had their own bond, and so we still won't have a need to talk. She's like, but I'm open to it. Coleslaw for sure is aware Mel does not want to talk to her. Mel does not want to have any kind of conversation, and she know that. She would love to talk to Mel. She's aware that Mel don't want to talk to her. Yeah, she got nervous. Okay, nervous. Right, if you talked to her before, why be scared now? Okay. The rest of the cast seems like they are tolerating Martel now. If that chick was on the show, they will all turn their backs on him. I can agree. Martel don't want her on the show either. Quiet as it's kept. Martel delusional ass already feel like he made Mel imagine her getting on and becoming more like him. He would lose it. He just stupid. You know what I'm saying? He just dumb. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. If y'all had conversation with, right, what's the problem? What's the problem? I want Martel to bring his new on the show. She definitely had a problem with other black women. She hates Mel and respects the two linebackers. I bet she's jealous of her friends. She probably is. I feel like Martel didn't know she did this interview until she did it. He would have talked her out of it. I agree. And his birthday, he turned 40 today. So the fact that she did do it, it aired at least the day before his birthday. I was like, because I don't think her and Martel are a couple. I still think if he want to bang, he bangs. If he wants to be with her, he'll be with her. But I still feel like she is trying her best to not do things to piss him off. I think when she go live, the reason this is the thing. She not on OWN. She has no contract with OWN. OWN cannot tell her what to do because they don't have any contract with her. The fact that when she go live, she never says much. And then when she's on live and she says a little bit, someone calls her, she gets other thing. She can't convince me that OWN tried to hush her or shut her up and say, hey, we're going to probably try to get them to show. You lying. Martel got her on a leash, and she know saying too much will piss him off, and she do not want to piss him off, period. Because we all know anybody who has dirt on a castmate or whatever, and they don't have a contract with that show, they can say whatever they want to say. Coleslaw could have made a killing on YouTube had she just talked. But she don't say much of nothing because she has nothing real to say. And Martel controls her mouth. Period. Right. OWN would have no reason to hush her. She not on a show. Never has been. And never will be. At all. Okay. I don't know. Tasha just said Carlos tried to restrict her after the interview. Carlos can't. Carlos will probably not want her to spill show stuff that Martel may have told her. But anything that has to do with what's going on with her and Martel that has nothing to do with the show, she can say whatever she wanted to say. But I do think he may have said, like, if he told you show shit, don't say that. That's the most they can ask her not to do. But other than that, they can't control her because she don't have a contract with them. That's all. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to piss Martel off. Okay, got her trained. You could the look on her face when she said, "Get my phone, I'm gonna call Mel." She grabbed her phone too, and I feel like he texts Martel, "Oh my God, she gonna call Mel." He probably say, "Don't you let her call Mel. Don't you do that." You know, period. Stupid. Anyway, Tasha then say, "Well, if Mel asked for an apology, and she also gave you one, would you then apologize?" I say, what the fuck does Mel owe her an apology for? Why would Mel say sorry to her? For what? Poor K. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Mel does not owe her an apology at all. Mel don't owe her shit. Okay? Cole thought then, this is Mel's fault, that she was the one who wanted to talk about the affair on the show. That Mel was the one who wanted to be embarrassed on the show. That Mel did it on purpose, and if it wasn't for her, that they would not be talking about that on the show. I was like, again, she speaks from a bird brain place. She's a bird brain, okay? Right. He doesn't even have a phone number. So who would Martel have called? Honey Jesus. Tasha then brings up that Mel also cheated, mainly because Costa was saying that, she doesn't know she wants to get married because black men cheat so much. And Tasha, women cheat too. We know that because, you know what I'm saying, she cheating with Martel. And when Tasha brings up that Mel also cheated or whatever, I was like, don't do that. Don't do that. Mel, don't do that, okay? But even though Mel, we know that happened, you know what I'm saying, years ago, when she first found out about him and Coleslaw then say, well, yeah, Mel cheating is what made Martel come back to me. That Mel was with their attorney, okay, that Martel found out by looking through Mel's phone when she was asleep or whatever, and that the attorney had a fiance, and the fiance follows her on IG. We knew for a fact that whole scenario came from Martel, because he kept saying that in Vegas, that she was. So I was like, she's repeating things he's telling her as if she really knows these things. I'm like, no, Martel makes up these rumors in his head as fact, and he says things as if it's fact. I was like, girl, you what? Did you see the text? Did you see it? It's like you're repeating what he's saying, and we don't believe you. Okay, we do not believe you. She brings up how the producers are always trying to keep her quiet, and they also will say, well, if you be quiet, we'll try to get you on the show. I'm like, but we don't want you there. We don't want you there. Get out of our face, leave him be. But she said they won't allow her to film because Mel will quit the show. Again, you can't say that Mel can't, run the show. You the one who, is on your back, but she is the one who can block you from getting on the show. If you are the one who runs shit, if you are the whole topic of the show, why hasn't anyone picked you up? Why haven't Zeus picked you up? Why hasn't BT, MTV, WeTV, TLC, why hasn't someone picked you up if you are the star of the show? Because you're not. You are a joke. And we could have respected you had you came on here and act like you had some sense. But you could not do that. You came on here speaking like you are a prostitute who is proud of sucking dick for money. And I can't respect somebody who can't acknowledge I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I was wrong. And I should have never done that. And I'm not going to speak negatively about that man's wife because she didn't do shit to me. But the fact that she feel like a male's done things to me, she used to call me, okay, over. And I was like, what? You were fucking her husband. You kept fucking her husband. It's just I was just like, I just can't. And she's like, me and Mel don't ever need to talk. Not really. Because Mel don't want to talk to you. Right. Zeus takes everyone. Zeus had a show called The Conversation. And people who we like, don't care about them, they get the bottom of the barrel. People from the guts up on that show, and we watch. Zeus don't want you. All Black don't want you. YouTube don't want you. Instagram don't want you. No, because, and the reason is because you keep with this narrative of as if you didn't do shit wrong. That's your downside, mama. You ain't gonna never win playing dirty. Ever. Okay. Anyway, that was really it. Her saying that her and Martel will be co-parents. That Tasha case, co-parent with benefits. No, I can't mess with multiple men. I'm like, you not know with co-parents with benefits mean? It just means y'all sleep together. Are you dumb? The fact that she said I can only be with one man, but you don't mind that one man fucking other women. Cole's fall of the year. You are stupid. You played yourself. You ruined your own narrative. This was a chance for you to change the way we felt about you. This would have been a way of you really putting us against Martel. You should have sold that man up a river because he put you in a situation. But yet still, you came here and basically went after that man's wife. You then went after the other cast members' wives, all in defense of you consistently sucking up Martel for a car, clothes, and money. And at the end of the day, you were in the same predicament that you were 6 years ago, a single mom in an apartment. And that ain't no dig to single moms in apartments. But my point is, you went through all of this and you're not even in a better predicament. You still have to work. You still have kids by men who are not in your life, and you still are looked at as a side chick. That's stupid. You should never come on a platform that could raise your portfolio of your clothes or whatever you do and make yourself look worse than what you did before. And don't get me wrong, there are plenty of people out here who support, not plenty, there are some folks who support her. There are other side chicks of the Side Chick Association of America who support her. Okay, because sad hoes stick with sad hoes. However, you were too stupid and naive to realize this could have been your come up. Okay? Because we know people make mistakes. We know that. We're not dumb. We know that. But you still played yourself as the victim when you were the catalyst that helped in their marriage. It wasn't all on you, but you very much so helped destroy that union. Because as you said, he wasn't going to leave either of us alone. And his wife knew that. But whenever he came back to me, I accepted him with open legs and open mouths. And that's what it is. You stupid. Because ain't no way I'm going on Tasha K's platform and speaking from a place of let me be the victim. No, I would have been a Fallon in all white crying. I don't know what happened. I'm so sad. You know what I'm saying? I would have played that shit to the T. Because who wants to consistently be a side piece, side hole of coleslaw. Who wants that? No one. And now that's all you have. So keep selling your little outfits at. Keep selling your little outfit. You know what I'm saying? Get the buttons together. Okay. She did say that she has a book coming out, how to make coleslaw on a budget. How to suck a straw with some watermelon in it. Okay. How to have a side swoop on this side. Okay. We get your little pamphlet book that's coming out. But this is my thing. There's nothing more you can say in a book that we care about. Nothing. Had you been around here playing guilty, I'm guilty of what I'm guilty, I'm sorry, I'm guilty. Had you did that, I might have, but you know what? Let's give her a chance. Let's give her a chance. But no, you want folks to stop using your likeness to make it seem like the show was about me. Stop using my likeness. You dumb. You were too dumb. You fumbled the bag, sis. You had a chance to show your best outfit. This what you showed us? This? All this? This is what you chose to do? Look, I'm trying to find, what's her? Let's find her on IG. Because I'm telling y'all, she had cuter outfits. Okay? Let me share my screen. Because that little right there, I was like, girl, you look stupid. Okay? And your Salvation Army, the best of the salvation. Okay? And we don't like it. Boom. Now, she had some stuff that was better. Not this. Because that looks foolish. Okay? That will look better. Okay? Not that, because that's a zebra. That's, no. The shoes don't, no. No. It's you a dairy farm? I don't know what that is either. That ain't her hair. See, this is cute. Not in the flip-flops. But again, my point is you picked the wrong outfit to show your best outfit. You supposed to come here, you supposed to style and profile. Okay? And you ain't do that. That ain't what happened. That ain't what you did. And I'm like, that's on you. That's your fault. You did that. Okay? You chose the outfit to come talk. Tasha had 35,000 people watching. You could have easily sold at least a 1,000 outfits of what you wore. Don't nobody want to wear this. You came on a YouTube platform as a clothing designer dressed for brunch from the Salvation Army, ma'am. That's on you. You fumbled the bag. The fact that you have not got your own brand of coleslaw means you fumbled the bag. The fact that you don't have dolphin teeth fronts for children, you fumbled the bag. Okay? You did not even know how to make more money off of the internet. Tasha K made bank off that review. It's at over 200,000 views today, one day later, and it'll get more. Every YouTuber is making money off of you. You the only one not profiting off your pain, sis. That's because you naive. You stupid. Okay? So go do another interview with somebody. I don't know. Do something with somebody. Hell, you want to come talk to us on the panel? Come on over, sis. Come on. If we not gonna look, we not gonna baby like we not gonna baby you like Tasha did. No. Come on over. Come on over. Okay? But you stupid. She brought up how Mel made a song about her cars. Yes, Mel was smart. Mel will never reply to you for free. You ain't worth it. But only because you have not seen the error of your ways yet. You haven't. And that's on you. That's on you, on your cooch, and your two-parent household. Okay? whoever raised you. That's on you. Okay? Right. Funky said, pay me for my pain. And everyone got paid off your pain but you. Everyone. Because everyone on own getting paid. We on YouTube, we getting paid. Okay? Honey, right. Miss Wanda would look sassy. Sassy with it all. So would a male. Everyone. Even Martel, bald-headed ass. When he does interviews, he dresses the part. She came on there in a dress that looked like somebody gave it to her from the Salvation Army because it was from the 1920s. Okay? Stupid. Just stupid. And I don't feel bad because you don't feel bad. I can't feel bad for your negative karma if you don't feel bad. I can't do that. I support Black women who make mistakes and want to be better. I am always like, oh, it's not that bad, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, we have all made mistakes. However, if you can't own up to what you did and not blame the wife of your married dick, you haven't learned yet. And the same pain you cause male, someone gonna cause you in some kind of way. It could be through you. It could be through your daughter. I don't know. Your daughter's first boyfriend may cheat on her too. I don't know. But until you fully accept the wrong you did, you gonna keep having negative energy around you. And your friends can gather around. Oh, it's okay, girl. Ignore the haters. We're not haters. We're really not. No. We are saying you did something fucked up. And until you realize that, enjoy fumbling the bag. You can't be on Basketball Wife. There's no show you can be on. Go on Wipeout. Run across the balls, bounce, get knocked in the water. Okay? Go on Survivor on the beach. Okay? Go on Naked and Afraid in the jungle. But no one is going to want to be around you. No one is going to want you to be their brand ambassador. No one's going to want to sponsor you or have you be a sponsor. Who wants to sell clothes from her boutique? Nobody. No one. Not no one. Because you came in here on the wrong energy. Yes, honey, she go Wipeout. Boing, on the balls. Bounce. Okay? We'll see her. She was on live last night with one of her friends who's like 30 or whatever. And the fact that they were reading comments and were shocked or upset that people had negative comments. You did an interview and spoke highly of the dude but was dogging his wife and the other women on the show. The fuck? You call the women linebackers. And they're gonna say, people ask them when I'm getting plus size clothes. I don't want no plus size clothes. You can't get the you can't get your size clothes right. This is not done right. Okay? If you can't fit your own body, how can you ever fit mine? How, Sway? It can't happen. Not today, not ever. Okay? Anyway, y'all, I'm done reading her for filth. It's been down to 2 hours of this conversation. I did not mean to rant on for this long, y'all. I'm sorry, okay? However, we had a good little kiki, okay, today about her. And do not get me wrong, y'all. I love and support women. I am supportive of anybody who made a mistake and wants to do better. Because we all fall short sometimes. I have to in life. Okay, I was not always this great person. Okay. However, you have to learn from shit and grow from shit. Learn from this. In my third voice. You know what I'm saying? We have to know that. And again, had she came on here with some sense, I would have at least been open to listening more. But more bullshit. This more bullshit came out. Not my face goes off. But we're gonna let her be now. Again, Don't look, we didn't gotta follow her because she's gonna fade into obscurity. Okay, or one of Martel's balls, I don't know which one. But we all got paid off her, and that's why we here. To sometimes have conversations about the foolishness that goes on around here. So I love you all. I had a great time. Do not forget to like this video, please and thank you. I will probably be live tomorrow because more foolishness has happened on social media with people and folks. So I'm probably live tomorrow after I get out of work. If I do, it'll be set. Do not forget to do a couple of things. Like the video. Like the video. Like it. Follow me on social media on IG, on Twitter, and CashApp. Okay, at JayLeesCorner. Like and subscribe. Thank you all, honey. I had a crazy work day, and y'all have helped me get all my energy out. So love and peace and guidance and positivity and all these good things I want it to radiate throughout your lives. Okay. Yes, just thank everyone for coming around here. Smash that like button. Yes, I'm gonna get into that tomorrow. So again, yeah, it'll probably be live at around 9:15, 9:30 tomorrow to discuss those things too. But love you all. Okay, love you all. I gotta go. I will see you all when I see you all. Peace.